All right, greetings everybody. Greetings, and good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, or good night. Whatever time it is in your part of the galaxy, hope you're making it a great day. Hope you're having the best day you can have. I'm having an okay day. Making it as best as I can. Wednesdays start early for me. Oof. Special day for me today. Today makes 20 years that I've been married to my wife. It's our anniversary today. I have permission to stream on our anniversary. We're actually going to celebrate it on Friday, so we'll have the official anniversary celebration in a couple days. But today is the date of the event. 20 years. That's pretty good. I work with some people who've been married, 28, 30, 40 years, something like that. I feel like 20 is quite a long time, quite an achievement, but I guess, other people have out-achieved me in that regard, so we'll see. All right, let's check out the chat over here. Ethan Roberts says hi. Ziggy says hi. Plan Karma says greetings all. Zide says cornicrons, comicrons, like Comic-Con. There are a lot of crons in the game, and I was watching one of my old videos, and I got to the Datacron part, and I called them holocrons instead of Datacrons. Nobody called me out on it in the comments for the chat, but when I was listening back to it, I was like, oh, well, that's nice. I called them the wrong thing. So makes me wonder how many times I've made that mistake. I tend to do that. I not just in the game, but it's I don't know if the words just get confused in my head or what, but I call the wrong things sometimes. So I even have this saying. It happens enough that I have this saying at work that sometimes people will correct me, and I'll just say what I meant, not what I said. You knew what I meant. Whatever it was that I said, you know what I meant. Happens to us, and it's not like I can't use getting old as an excuse. It's not like it happens to me because I'm old. It's happened to me for my whole life. So anyway, let's see who else we got in here. Planned Karma says hi. Johnny King says greetings. Just Another Consumer says anachronistic. Ziggy says congrats and good luck to the two of you. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. Just Another Consumer. Mike Finn says happy anniversary. Mike Finn says congrats. Mag says happy anniversary to you and Lord Treya. Sith Lord Treya. 20 years is impressive. Congrats. I just had my second on Monday. Hey, well, you're 10% of the way there. Archender says hi, DL, and all the Inquisitors here. For anybody who doesn't get that, if you want to change your name to Inquisitor in-game, it won't actually let you have the word Inquisitor in your name, but you can use a small L instead of a capital I, and it looks just like Inquisitor, but it says Inquisitor, but, the game doesn't know any different, so it gives it to you, and then you have Inquisitor as an in-game name. Inquisitors. All right, well, we got a couple grand arenas to work our way through. We're bouncing right on the edge of Kyber here. On the edge of Kyber. We've got we're 2 points below the skill rating for Kyber 5 right now. 2 points. So basically I really have to try to make this a 2-in-1 week. 2 wins, 1 loss. Make sure I stay in Kyber. I really don't want to get relegated. So we're going to be giving our best effort to see if we can make that happen. I think I've got to knock some chips off my Galactic Legend journey here. Now, here's a funny thing for you guys. When I started on the Jabba journey, I did a couple of the events, and I noticed that I was at the same spot on both accounts. So I've been farming for a couple days on Obticeo and on Loquitur. We've had the exact same number of farms, even a similar split between hard and regular farming. And I have acquired 108 tokens on Loquitur and 84 on Obticeo. Now, the statistics on these darn things should not be so different that I get 24 more on one account. That represents like a 25% difference in the drop rates. So, Loquitur, very lucky. Obticeo, not so much. Yeah, and on Loquitur, I'm not doing pure dark side either. I'm still doing my at least one light side farm. I'm doing one light side farm on both accounts right now. So, strange statistics. But we got to get in here and do a battle, knock down some of these credits. Luke has good mods, good enough mods for this event anyway. We can go in here, wave around our bone, stick a bone in the Rancor's mouth real quick. Hey DL, I saw a post that you wrote that you did not get the TIE Interceptor in Proving Grounds. You have everything you need already, CLS team, but sub in Cholo for Chupio. I tried that on stream. Was it last? It was last Proving Ground. Yeah, I tried that on stream, and I didn't get it. Maybe I was close enough to have done it if I would have tried it 30 or 40 times, but yeah, I didn't. I wasn't successful with that team. I think I'd have to change the mods on my Captain Han. Gamma Guard's probably going to get eaten. Sorry about your luck, buddy. Oh, man. He got nommed. That happens pretty much every time, though, so newsflash. Don't think it'll be a problem. Let's get him blinded. Whack him with our bone a few more times. Sure, blind him again. Maybe not. Alright, get stunned. Oof. Roar. Yeet. And off we go. Ziggy says, I've had a tough GAC round. Opponent has a Darth Revan with Malak that I can't defeat. Need that Dark Trooper, Ziggy. Punch a hole in Malak's face. Yep. I don't have Imperial Troopers yet. Ziggy! What's wrong with you? Who doesn't have Imperial Troopers? That's the most important team in the game. Not really, but I think if I said that, I could stand behind it being somewhat true. I love the troopers. I feel like they, whatever investment you put in your troopers, you get that investment back. For sure. All right, let's see if we can get this Leia going. Come on now. Luke's being a tough guy again. Thinks he's got something going on with all of his friends here. Alright, let's try to kill this Chewbacca. We're trying to enforce something with our mob enforcer. Yeah, we got to get over here onto Han Swgoh. Get rid of some of these debuffs. We'll taunt with the Gamorrean. Get Han out of here. Throw some more bombs. Get Luke out of here next. It's pretty weird to have a comp like this where you're like, I'll get around to Luke later. It's fine. It's going to be fine. For whatever reason, I found that targeting Luke last actually gets me through this quicker. Not so fast, Yabba. Ooh. Get the little tail wiggle going on there. Oh, man. He can't go without breath for like 7 seconds. It's pretty low ability to hold his breath there. Leave him on the Sarlacc dunes. Don't even throw him in the pit. Victory. All right. So we're back to racing shards, or tokens again. So we've got 14 here, and we'll see 20. What is it? 24 over on the other. No, 40 something on the other account. 44 still. 48. 48, I think. Yeah, 48. So, let's see. So 14 to 48. I could do another one of these. Knock it down to 18. 14 to 18. I could have token races again. So let's do that. Let's get them down to roughly the same level. Let it go for a few days. I don't know. I'm just entertained by it. I'm entertained by it. All right, here we go. More Jedi Knight Luke stuff. Let's blow him up. Give him a rocket. None of it's really relevant. These battles are cinematic. Cool from the cinematic side of things, but not actually like challenging to fight. Different than some of the prior ones that have been ridiculously hard. I agree with this, though. I mean, to be honest, I think if you've done the whole journey, you deserve to be able to come in here and just get it done. I don't think it should be so hard that you've got to have, like, luck or fantastic mods even just to get through the Galactic Legend journey part of it. I think that's ridiculous. So there we go, 14 to 18 tokens, and we'll just let that go and see how it works out. See if Loquitur continues to be more lucky, and then I may have to see if I can notice how that's playing out on the nodes that I'm farming. Ziggy says, I got to 2 million GP with an absolutely horrendous roster. Oh, no. I didn't care about synergy or anything, but now I'm well over 3 million. I'm still lacking in basic teams like troopers. Well, hey, we all started somewhere, right? Like, I started my main account, and I made some mistakes on my main account. Ray ruined my GAC. That and the 4 million galactic power difference between my opponent and I, says Van Ward. Vincent Whiteslip says hello there. Jar Jar says 50% will win. Oh, my title? Yeah, it's a joke title. So I see this all the time on YouTube channels where people have the clickbait titles. They're like, yeah, do this right now in the game or you'll regret it, you know. It's like trying to create some kind of urgency around clicking. And so I was sitting there trying to think of a title tonight, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know what to put for a title. So I put 50% of GAC players will lose because of this. Well, It's because if you match up 1v1, by definition, 50% will win and 50% will lose. So simply statistics will determine that 50% of players will lose. Because statistics. So I figured most people are clever enough to figure that out, but I don't know. It's just a clickbait title, I guess. Ziggy says, I was farming tunes that I like, so I have a Relic 7 Visas Mar that doesn't fit anywhere. But I don't regret it. I played and still do for fun, not for meta. Johnny King says, what about ties? There are no ties in the game. Here's the most ridiculous thing. If you tie, the win goes to the person with the higher galactic power, which is, by all recommendations of the game, the opposite of what it should be. If it's a tie, the person with less galactic power worked harder in some way and is more deserving of the victory. So it should be the person with the lower galactic power that wins, by logic. But yeah, no. If people tie, whoever has more galactic power, which is always the opponent, right? The opponent always has more galactic power than us, typically. They get the win. All right, so Loquitur has an opponent that's 9.3 million galactic power, 4 million in ships. That is a lot of ships. That is like all of the ships. Holy cow. 5.3 million in characters. Galactic War Battles 128.9. So 28, that's 7 years. This player's been in since launch, more or less. I wonder if I could go back to the launch date and figure out like a time frame that represents the most galactic war battles you could have based on how long the game's actually been played. But yeah, like almost 7 years for this account. That's amazing. That's some dedication. So, Leviathan, yes or no? No. Interesting. I would have thought with that much 4 million galactic power in ships, I felt like I was going to find a Leviathan in here. We do have Executor and Profundity, both Relic 9, 7 stars. Malevolence, Negotiator, Finalizer, Chimera, Endurance. Oof. The pilotless ships are all the way down here at the bottom. Like every ship in his fleet has more galactic power, which means he's got all this stuff relicked. Oh, man. Alright, so we've got a serious disadvantage in fleets. Hate feeling like that, but okay. SLKR, Kenobi, Sith Eternal, and Jedi Master Luke. I feel like everybody with Jedi Master Luke should have the Hutt Cartel, should have Jabba. But it's just amazing to me how many people had Jedi Master Luke from before that have never gone for Jabba. This player's got a 7-star Chrysanthemum and still isn't building toward Jabba. He's got all the characters at 7 stars. Look at this. Skiff Lando, Boush Leia. If you took the time to farm up all those shards, why wouldn't you build the GL? I don't understand. All right, General Skywalker is in here at Relic 7. Revens, Malik, CLS, Malgus, Relic 7, Starkiller, Relic 7. Inquisitors are all in the house. Do we have Grand Inquisitor? Nope, we have all kinds of Relic 5 and 6 Inquisitors, but no Grand Inquisitor? I guess? Question mark? Okay. Interesting. Let's see what else we got in here. Visas, there's a Visas Mar relic for you. Ziggy, I mean, you can always take solace in the fact that Visas Mar is going to go into a Starkiller team someday. There is a reason to have her. Darth Traya Relic 1. Interesting. Night Sisters don't look to be relic, but Marin is gear 12 already. Interesting. This guy does not mind farming or buying shards for characters, apparently. One or the other. But when you've been playing the game for 7 years, I mean, you've got nothing to do but farm the new stuff. Cal Kestis, though, there hasn't been time to farm that up. So it looks like when a new character comes out, it almost looks like this player buys the shards for the character and then decides whether or not to build the team. Interesting way to handle an account. I think every character in here is 7 stars. Hey, Saw Gerrera, Nisa, Captain Rex. Not 7 stars yet. So he either hasn't... He's working on Saw Gerrera. I wonder if this player, as soon as they become farmable, just farms the same node and refreshes it like 5 times a day. And just every character, when it becomes farmable, they just farm it straight to 7 stars. That looks like what it is, because these two are the only two that aren't farmable yet. And he's working on Saw, who just became farmable a few weeks back. Interesting. I'm fascinated. Fascinated by this guy's account. I mean, we can only say whether that's a good idea or a bad idea if we've been playing the game for 7 years, right? Because he's got everything farmed. Everything's at 7 stars already. So there's like... Imagine that you didn't have any ships or characters to farm, that it was all 7 stars already. That's what you would do, right? You would just, whatever's new, you would do all of your hard farms on that one thing. Who knows? Maybe that's what this player is doing, maybe not, but it's fun to speculate. All right, fastest non-GL character, Darth Revan, 323 plus 149 speed. Okay. That's not terribly impressive to me. Here's a 322 on Maul with no speed set. So these got to be decent substats here. 19, 13, 21, 23. That's his second fastest character in the account, though, besides his GLs. Interesting. So, 322 on Marha Jade. So he's got characters that are fast, but he's definitely more toward a collector, I would say, than a competitor. All right. Cool. 4 Galactic Legends, some good mods, almost every character in the game at 7 stars. Interesting. Rocket Raccoon, Guardians of the Galaxy. So who does that make me? Am I Thanos? Well, I guess technically Thanos never beat the Guardians of the Galaxy, so yeah, sure. I'll be Thanos. I'm going to try to be Thanos today. Going to try to get a victory without letting them loose. Get that Rocket Raccoon gone. All right, we have Qui-Gon here with a full relic team. Old Ben? Why do people put Old Ben in this team? If my opponent watches this, as soon as you watch this, please take Old Ben out of your defense. Jedi Knight Anakin is the right move for this team. But he deals 100% more damage if all allies are Galactic Republic at start of the battle. And you put Old Ben in here. Therefore, not everybody is Galactic Republic. Therefore, Anakin is no threat. He goes from being a massive threat to being meh, not a threat. To do Thanos properly, you have to kill half of the defenders. Well, all of the defenders are among the half that has to die. So that's the key to it. I'm not going to kill everything, but I am going to kill all of the defenders here. Somewhere in another GAC, all of the defenders are going to live. And that'll be the balance. That'll be the balancing point. All right, so I have Kenobi on offense. So I'll have to do the mirror match here. That's going to be dicey. He's got Shakti in there for recovery, and everything's Relic 7 and 8, which my team is not. I think I'll still win it, but high relics with a Datacron, it's going to be a struggle. I'll have to rely on my mods being better. We'll do Qui-Gon here. We'll do Wampa here. Oh, he's got the Rolibot in there. The BB-8. That's going to make his Grievous team all kinds of fast. It's going to give them all turns before my Wampa goes. Not sure that I care, though. I'm going to lose that banner anyway. He doesn't have anything that's going to change this matchup, does he? Even if they got to Illuminated Destiny, I don't think... Expose, all enemies gain... Allies gain turn meter, stuff. Okay, fine. Not a big deal. Inflict tenacity down for 2 turns. Huh. Tenacity down. Do they have a stun at that point? No, but Grievous does have healing immunity. Right. Remove turn meter. Target lock. Stun them for a turn. There's the stun. Gain health steal up, deal physical damage, stun them. And if the target was already debuffed, they lose 10% max health. What am I missing? He has a way to put healing immunity on things, right? I guess not. What am I missing? Somebody on this team has healing immunity. Or maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm misremembering it. Because in the Grievous assault battle, the healing immunity is exactly the problem. You get hit with the healing immunity. Target lock and remove turn meter. Physical damage. Stun the enemy. Lose 10% of their max health. There it is. There it is. There it is. I find inflict healing immunity on the basic. So that tenacity down makes Wampa a no-go. Huh. We can kill him pretty fast, though, right? Because we'll kill Magna Guard fast. And if we target him next, but we might get stunned. Holy cow, I don't think I can Wampa that. Huh. All right, let's catch up on chat here. Do you play games aside from Swgoh? Not seriously. I played Blood Bowl 3 when it first came out. I even thought I might stream some of that. But the game quickly devolved into everybody playing Dwarves and Chaos. And I don't know. It really wasn't that fun, so I didn't try to keep going with that. It didn't like engage me in a way that I thought was going to be entertaining. I play some mini games on my phone. I've played like, Bloodlines and just various stuff. There's a game called Light Seekers that I play sometimes on my phone. It's got an interesting mechanic. It's a little card game. So yeah, I play some other games, but I played a bit of Diablo 4 when it came out. I bought it. I played it. My daughter played it. Neither one of us thought that it was much different than Diablo 3. I actually think it's like kind of a cross between Diablo 3 and World of Warcraft, but kind of like a hybrid where it's less good than Diablo 3 at what Diablo 3 did, and it's less good at being an open world MMORPG than Warcraft did. So it's like a hybrid that makes the game less than either of the two parents. So no, I'm not really playing anything else. I guess the one other game that I play is D&D. I don't know if you'd call that a video game, but D&D is my other thing. I've played Dungeons and Dragons since I was like 8 years old. I started playing Dungeons and Dragons a long time ago. Yep, a long time ago. I still have some of the original books, but they're not in good condition because I read them and used them and tore them up, and so I still have them, but they're very old. But yeah, that's probably the other game I would say that I play most religiously. So what do we want to do with this Grievous team? I guess I can just leave it alone, right? It's up. No, it's down bottom. I was going to say if it's in the top, I can just leave it alone and come back to it later, but it's in the bottom. All right, we got Starkiller here. There's some options we have against Starkiller, but maybe we'll use gas there. Something like gas. We got this Newt team. I like to take Mon Mothma in against this team, but with Nest in here, we can't really Mon Mothma this team because we'll get in a tickle fest with Nest and we'll be stuck. This is actually a pretty hard defense for me because there's a lot of teams that are good enough here that they require a decent team to beat. This team, I'll probably try to Iden Versio that, get through that for cheap. We've had some success with Iden Versio and a couple relic characters here. Mirror match. Radis. I almost said Profundity. See, that's what I was talking about all the way back at the start. Like if I think about Radis, Profundity comes to mind. So I might say something like Profundity team here. But you guys know what I mean. Admiral Radis. You know. You know what it is. What am I going to do against this team, though? So Jedi beat it handily. I can come in here with a Revan team and just, do fine against Grievous. You know what I mean, though? I just don't want to have to use my Jedi against that stupid team. That's the thing. I can beat it. I just don't want to have to burn that good of a team to do it. But, yeah, I never realized how much of a difference BB-8 makes with that tenacity. Down skill. I found out that Grandmaster Yoda here, I'd been running Grandmaster Yoda with no mods. I had no mods on my Grandmaster Yoda. I don't know how long that had been the case, but I certainly hadn't taken any mods from him anytime recently. So I think he's been out without mods for quite a long time. So I put mods back on him. I put some of my faster mods on him. Check this out, 315 on Grandmaster Yoda. We could put him in here. Or Shock T. What's better? I think Shock T is better. Gives me a little more durability. Then what are we going to do? We're going to try to get the 15%ers in here. This is just a ton of crit damage and a little bit of health with the 15%, which I think that seems good. And then let's take a look at his Kron. 2 buffs, they gain 5% offense. And then Ufu's gain defense penetration up and offense up for 1 turn. Uh-oh. That looks like a nasty combination. Nice for Cat to have that. So we'll do a half ult. We'll get Kenobi to the point where he can do an ult at half and do that as soon as we can. And then we'll strike behind enemy lines and get his Cat out of there. And there's no Padme. So I think once Cat's gone, we'll pretty quickly lose the bonuses from the alt, so we'll probably just do it straight up from there and kill Kenobi. What would it look like if I didn't do that? What if I just went straight in on little Ahsoka? Just kill Kenobi. Yeah, no, I think I gotta kill Cat. Once I kill Cat, there's no secondary damage threat. We don't have Gas or somebody in here to be a damage threat. So half alt, kill Cat, and then we just gotta race. We gotta go fast from there. Pick smart skills. I gotta play fast from the start. Let's not time this out. All right, let's go. Let's get in there. Did you ever play real D&D before advanced D&D? No, it was already advanced Dungeons and Dragons by the time I got into it. So I think that's actually, my mom bought me the D&D books because she thought it looked interesting. And I think it was literally when they published the advanced D&D books. And it was in the bookstore. And she saw it and she was like, oh, that seems like something the kid would want. So she bought me the box set for like Christmas, or I think it was for Christmas that year. She bought that stuff for me. Okay, let's put that over here. Let's do the alt as soon as we hit Kenobi. Come on. 99%? You've got to be kidding me. 99%. Couldn't be any closer to... Okay, get Cat out of here. All right, now we just got to go, 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 go. Let's get the healing immunity. Why are we... No. No, we just want to be on Kenobi. We're going to lose our alt, so we're going to be affected by the taunt, so we just got to... We got to burn through him through the alt, through the taunt, through all of it. Okay, get in there. Do an armor shred to make this a little bit easier. Come on now. Just get in there. Get in there. We need to get the healing immunity on him soon. Target self. Healing immune on. Big hit. More armor shreds. Okay, that should be the instance of the savior ability popped. We'll reset Cat again just because we can. Okay, Shock T got the damage immunity. We're going to do an armor shred back here. And then we're going to start saving up for the Xi'an for Kenobi. Alright, get Ahsoka going. Heal her back up a little bit. We got the alt again, so we should be able to alt here. Whip. That's the sound it makes when Kenobi alts. You usually can't hear it, but that I have it on good authority that that's actually what it sounds like. How is Shock T like... Wow, that was crazy. Almost seemed like she was damage immune there as many times as she got attacked and didn't take damage. So an awful lot of dodges. We're going to save that for Kenobi. Do this. Get rid of that. Okay, we're in good shape. We got Kenobi left with 1:40 left to go. There's plenty of time. Doesn't seem like much risk of a timeout. Cat puts him down. 72 banners. We looked in the mirror and walked away victorious. Okay. We've already established that we really can't use the Mon Mothma team for something for the team up top with Nest in it. So we will leave Mon Mothma here. It'll help us get around the taunt so that Old Ben isn't annoying. Even though he nerfs Anakin, he's still annoying to have just in the team in general. Let's see. Light side evasion. I don't know. We can go ahead and take the extra max health for light side. I mean, it's there. So let's equip it. And then let's get in here and get this done. What do you think about the new game Baldur's Gate 3? It's based on D&D. It'll release tomorrow. Baldur's Gate is fantastic. They stay very true to Dungeons and Dragons. Like, if you build a character there, it more or less uses D&D rules. They do change some things to make it work for the video game. But yeah, if you think you ever want to play Dungeons and Dragons, playing Baldur's Gate pretty much gives you a definite feel for how the game goes. There's some things that are a little different, but no, it's a super cool game. I don't know if I'm going to play it yet. I know that they've got the release. You said tomorrow? I knew the release was coming up soon. But, yeah. Okay. What? I thought we got the taunt off that guy. Stuck behind the taunt here. Cleanse that off. Come on, bro. Alright. Now we got the taunt here. Inconvenient. Alright. We fought that one a couple weeks ago that had 3 taunts on it. That was super annoying. Okay, we got buff immunity on him. Now we can get over on Qui-Gon. Oh boy. Anakin's going to be angry when we do this. He's not going to do 100% extra damage, but he's still going to be pretty angry. Pretty upset with me. Alright, throw the book at him. And just work our way through from there. We definitely could have done the book sooner, but I do want to try to optimize banners where I can. We're still going to lose banners on Jyn Erso here, it looks like. If we can get her to recover, that would be fantastic. Hey, don't be hitting my Cassian. Let's see if we can get a stun. Okay. Jyn Erso got her banners back. So this should be a 65 banner win. Baldur's Gate is so good that even monks are okay to play. If you play D&D, you know that monks are kind of like... When you look at their build on paper, it really should work quite well. But when you play them in the game, you're just always out of resources. It's like, it's so awkward to play a monk. They're like fun, they're good, but they're less good than everything else. It's like Sith Eternal Emperor as a galactic legend, okay? It's exactly what it is. It's not that they're bad characters, but they're just not as good as any of the other galactic legends, right? So yeah, even monks are good in Baldur's Gate. That's the ticket. That's the key to it. Did you ever play D&D on Intellivision? No. I'll tell you what's a fun game, though. They've got this game called Knights of Pen and Paper. And it's this super cheesy, lo-fi, like, retro video game that's like 8-bit looking gameplay. And it's just hilarious. Like, it's like for PlayStation... probably on Xbox or whatever other people play. But I don't know. I think it's hilarious. It's like... Yeah, it's just a very retro D&D game. And they got some interesting characters and mechanics in there. And I don't know. It's fun if you want to waste an afternoon playing something like D&D. Knights of Pen and Paper 2. I never played 1, so I don't know if Knights of Pen and Paper 1 is anything to actually write home about. I only played the second one. Alright, let's give a stomp. Give a stomp. We're about to lose Iden. I don't care if we lose Iden. Oh, we lost our ranged trooper, though. That's no good. Now you die. Now you die, Dr. Jones. 62 banners. Killing my ranged trooper like that. Now we got to figure out what to do against this Grievous team. I know people are going to say, Night Sisters! But my Night Sisters are Teraburu. Oh, they're on defense anyway. There you go. No Night Sisters for you. I think I just have to do the Jedi team. If SLKR is on the back wall, though, I really don't want to give up this team. I don't want to give up this team and find SLKR on the back wall. I mean, should we try Wampa? Just wing it? Give him a bunch of tenacity? Because this tenacity down... Yeah, it auto-inflicts. So tenacity down, the way tenacity checks work in this game is weird. So it when you're applying tenacity down, the way the game works, it actually applies the debuff and then it makes a check to see if the debuff stays. And tenacity down always sticks because it puts tenacity down and then it checks to see if it stays, and the character already has negative billion tenacity. So my understanding is tenacity down, because of the way the game rolls the mechanics, the order in which it does the calculation, tenacity down automatically applies always. Bounty hunters are not great here. Dash Rendar not great. We may have to use that Jedi team after all. What else do we have that works? I mean, maybe we could do Sith Triumvirate. Man, I hate this. I don't think Savage solo is going to cut it either against a team with this level of relics. We've done Savage before, and the problem that we run into with Savage is that it takes him too long to kill Magna Guard. So it might take like 8 turns for him to kill Magna Guard, and in the time that it takes, Grievous has been sipping life off all the droids, and he gets to a point where he's too big and you can't kill him. Too much sustain from B1. But if we put Traya in here, then it automatically works, right? Because these guys are assisting. B1 will be assisting a lot. He'll kill himself very quickly. We could do that. We could play like... just throw in a bunch of stuff to buy time. It'll be an ugly win in terms of banners, but we'll get the win. We could do that, right? I don't think there's much likelihood that we find a CLS team on the back wall, and even if we do, we've still got our Sith Eternal. The only thing Sith Eternal really doesn't beat very well on his roster is the SLKR team. I've never done the Armorer and set up a team with C to beat SLKR. So I want my Jedi to make sure that I can beat that. We'll take this team in here. We'll just waste his time and Savage will kill everybody with trail lead, for sure. Alright, I think we're going to do this. Not ideal, but let's go. If you Relic 9 Savage, he kills Magna Guard faster. I suppose if you Relic 8 him. Relic 9 is mostly health and protection and armor stats. So it doesn't do that. It doesn't do much good to Relic 9. But Relic 8 would definitely make a difference. Alright, there we go. We got the B1 down to 74 stacks already. Look at, we're killing him fast. Ooh, they ate my Nihilus. The dingoes ate my Nihilus. All right, let's get some something. We got to get something on these guys. Let's see, what do we got here? Dark Deception, Doubt. What's this? Deal physical damage, blind, taunts. Alright, let's see if we can get nothing. Big fat stack of nothing. Alright, let's isolate this little brobot so that he can sit over there and spin around and not give anybody anything. That'll prevent the Illuminated Destiny from going off. B1's down. Died to Treya Mechanics. Kill BB-8. Malgus was useless in that comp. I thought he might do at least something. He took one swing and missed. Oops, that was wrong. Wrong attack. That's fine, though. Like I said, not great banners, 59, but we're through it. We get to see the back wall. Let's see what he put on the back wall. Is it good or is it not good? Alright, we got Mon Mothma. We've got Iden Versio, so there you go. I'm fine that I saved Wampa now. Ooh, look at all these Phoenix. Relic Phoenix. Surely we have stuff to beat this Mon Mothma team. We've got CLS, we've got stuff. Alright, so not big expectations on the back wall. The Phoenix team I don't feel very threatened by, right? It doesn't have Rex in there. This is a Wampa. So if we save Wampa and then just one other good team for the Mon Mothma thing. Okay. So that leaves us with a lot of stuff up front. And we have Sith Eternal still. So, in theory, we can just Sith Eternal this. Link up Starkiller and Visas Mar. Actually, we can link up Starkiller and Mara Jade because nobody's coming back from the alt. Right? The alt is permadeath. So be it, Jedi. Revitalize Shock. Instantly defeat linked enemies, deal special damage, dispel. Enemies defeated by this ability can't be revived, and the attack can't be evaded. So, right, that's it. They're dead for good. We don't even care. So we can link these two. We can use a Datacron with the team. We can use a Datacron like this. Let's look for something that has protection on it. 15% protection. 17% protection. Oh, God, I hate this purple set so much. It feels so useless to me. Crit avoidance. What's the best crit avoidance we have? Just a couple with a few rolls. 11% crit avoidance. 19% crit avoid. Ugh. This one is the separatist protection one that at least lets Watt live a little bit longer, so. Charles says Wampa has a 91% win rate against the Grievous team with... oh, that's interesting. When a problem comes along, you gotta whomp it. Whomp it good. Nice. You gotta be old to get that reference. Whip it. Whip it good. Soviet Jedi must have red lightsaber. So nobody made a comment about the thumbnail. Man, did people not even notice the thumbnail? I thought the thumbnail would get at least one comment. No comments, huh? Okay, let's get in here and get this done. Get our other Galactic Legend battle out of the way. Oh, Juhani starts with taunt. Alright, so I guess we gotta link Juhani with Starkiller. Whatevs. I so don't care. Sith Eternal does not care. Now watch, they'll just absolutely destroy Sith Eternal. Then I will care. I will suddenly find myself caring. Although I must say, my ult is building up super slow. What is going on here? Come on, bro. Don't do me like this. There, we're getting some ult meter. Boof. Okay. Gotta keep Watt alive so he can take his share of the damage from the incoming airplane. Oop, never mind. Not gonna keep Watt alive. Alright, here we go. Ultimate time. 93%. Here he comes. Oh. Dang, man. Come on now. Zappy zappy. Get gone. Okay. Let's link up Mara Jade and Visas Mar. And then we'll target the Emperor and kill him. I'm a better version of you. I have unlimited power, and you do not yet. You're going to get thrown into a reactor by Vader. Got news for you, buddy. It's not going to go well. Sad former version of myself. All right, fine. 65 banners. All right, so what are we going to do for this battle? I feel like this is one of the harder battles that we have left. We could do gas here. I mean, gas guarantees that we kill Nest, right? Because we got aerial advantage. So we can do gas. Gas it up. Where do we use our Jedi? That's the question. We got Jedi, we got CLS still. 501st, 105th. You know what the 105 is, guys, right? That's the 501st backwards. Because I'm upside down and backwards. When we evade, we get offense up. This has got a ton of defense on it, protection, offense. It won't be a high banner win, but I don't think there's much of a chance that we lose getting stuck behind Enfys Nest. I still have troopers as well. Maybe troopers are the right thing against that Mon Mothma team. We'll have to check Kyle's speed, but maybe troopers against Mon Mothma could be interesting. Where'd your droideka go? Disappearing act. Dooku's dazed. We don't care about the counterattacks. And now we just have to not hit Django. So we got to go over here on Nest and just run a tickle fest with her so that we don't remove any turn meter from Django. Got to let Django get another turn here. Okay. Now we can yeet the Django. He ain't coming back from this either. He done. He done. No bounty hunters resolved for you. Okay, let's see. What if we did bounty hunter on bounty hunter action? Huh? I think that's what you guys came to see. Some hot bounty hunter on bounty hunter action. We'll do that. We're going to take Aura Singh. I don't really think we need the Beskar Mando here. I do want to take a Datacron. So if I want a Datacron, then I can't put in Zami Wassel. This is just a bunch of stats with the dark side bonus, which makes Bosk tankier, so we'll take that. Alright, I think this should be a 65 banner win, right? We should be able to kill his bounty hunters and maintain our recovery. Alright, we'll taunt. Do a mass assist here. We'll send in the Fennec. We will send in everybody. Alright. Shred some armor on Bosk. Contract is up. We're going to kill Bosk with the Mandalorian. So we don't even need to target him. Poof. Retaunt. And now we just got to time things wisely so that we get kills and allow time for the recovery. Bosk leads a ton of recovery, so we should be good. I feel like my bounty... Oh, that was probably a mistake. I probably shouldn't have sent Fennec in there. If we're slow rolling it to gain banners back, she's killing stuff way too fast. Alright. Let's get the armor shreds on there. Pick him off with Aura Singh. 64 banners. Somebody didn't get all their protection back. Blah. Alright, Inquisitors. Imperial troopers? Here? Right? I mean, this should be a walkover. We don't even need a 5th trooper. We'll add a Datacron because we can. Crit damage is good. We'll take that. What can go wrong here? We have to target a weak enemy first. Second sister, 120. She won't have taunt right away. At the start of the battle, max health, max protection. Whenever this character loses taunt, they gain taunt. Gains a bunch of stuff. Gains taunt, blah, blah, blah. I don't think she has taunt starting out, though. If I'm wrong about that and she starts with taunt, I think we're still okay, but it'll be less convenient. Is this a 15% Datacron? Okay, no. I don't. As long as it's not the 15%, then I don't care. That 15% Datacron throws the troopers for a loop. All right, Vincent Witzleb noticed that the trooper on the thumbnail's playing a guitar. Ah, it makes me chuckle. All right. Seventh sister. She's in stealth. Second sister. I feel like this is the right place to start, right? So let's go ahead. Reduce armor. Do that. Mass assist. This should get us a kill with Dark Trooper. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now we go in here. We do that. Now Moff Gideon doesn't get to go because whatever reason. Alright, let's drain their turn meter so that we can have more time to cycle through our stuff. Dark Trooper has days, which is bad for me. Okay. Let's just drop the area effect. That daze on the Dark Trooper is really super annoying. Still dazed. Nothing we can do about it. I guess we could link somebody else and make it less inconvenient that he's dazed. We're okay, though. After his next turn, he should be undazed, right? So we'll do this. That should be the daze wearing off. Now we can go here, drain the turn meter. Dark Trooper's back in the game. He's decided to start playing again. Cut the armor on the fifth brother. Take him out. Alright. Not pretty, but we got there. 64? 60? Okay, 65. I thought Veers was missing some protection too, but we managed to only lose protection on one character. Alright. Is good. So, yeah, we got the Executor here. Do we have Profundity also? Did he put both of the big ones? No. Okay, so he's got Executor. We can Profundity that, Malevolence this, negotiate that. I'm satisfied with that outlook. Okay, so back here, we have CLS. So I vote that we just use CLS right here. What's the other team that we got back here? I keep forgetting. So we got Iden Versio that we're going to Wampa. Oh, it's the Phoenix. I don't care about Phoenix. We can do something cheap and easy on Phoenix. We'll try to underman and get good banners with a team. Take CLS. Put a Datacron on because we can. And even though I could probably underman this, I think I prefer to just go in there, strong arm it with the CLS team, and try to get max banners by just not letting them ever go. So let's do this. And do we stun Kyle Katarn first? Or do we kill Cara Dune first? I think we just kill Cara Dune first. She shouldn't be able to get potency up when we shoot her, so she should be dead. And then we can work on Kyle. Have you ever met my friend Kyle's mom? Can't finish the rest of that thought on stream, unfortunately. Not safe for children. Alright, let's try to get a stun. Hey! Hey! Don't you be trying to steal my banners, Kyle Katarn. That is not cool. It's not fun, it's not funny. Alright. Stole the banner still! Dang you, Kyle Katarn. Alright, Iden versus Wamper. Let's pick something that's got good crit damage or something. Health steal protection. Accuracy, crit chance protection. Do we have anything that actually offers something to a dark side? 2% health when you critically hit an enemy. Well, this is interesting. Okay. I'll take this one. We can inflict the damage over time on somebody, I think. Chat's very quiet tonight. Chat has also been criminally irresponsible about using their lightsabers. Please click that button. Like that like. Get that like button out of here. You've all received lightsabers from the Inquisitors, specially designed for hacking that like button. So get that done if you all could for me. Smash it, slice it, dice it. Use force lightning. Levitate it. Pull down a Star Destroyer like Star Killer does. Whatever you got to do to get rid of that like button. Just get that done. Unless you're driving. If you're driving, keep your eyes on the road. Keep listening. Don't drive into any other families. That would be bad. Socially irresponsible. Pew! All right, 68 for Wampa. Are you a fan of any sports, DL? I am not a sports person. My wife is like super into football. She likes Notre Dame. She went to Notre Dame, so she loves Notre Dame. That's her team. Man, if I try to get in the way of watching TV when there's a Notre Dame game on, step back. If I did that, folks, I'd be divorced by now. I wouldn't have made it 20 years to this anniversary. I'd have been out of my ear. One of my friends was talking to her about football, and he thought that, like, since I'm not a big sports guy, he thought that yeah, sure, your wife's into football, like that's a thing. You don't even know what she's talking about, right? So they were over at our house one time, and Scott talked to my wife about football for like 3 hours. And he came up, and I was in the kitchen, and I was like, so does she know something about football after all? And Scott just looked at me, and he's like, dude, she is so wasted on you. But it works out for us, right? Because I just hand her the remote, and I don't care. So, like, instead of arguing with her over what game to watch, she can have it and watch whatever she wants. And I would rather play a game myself and win or lose than to watch someone else play a game where I have absolutely no control over the outcome. So, I know that sounds stupid, but if I can't influence the outcome, why do I care? Like, what am I interested in it for? And I know it sounds stupid. A lot of people are like, man, that's not what it's all about. But that's how I feel. Like, I'd rather lose my own game than watch a team lose a game that I can't influence. So, nope, I'm not a sports guy at all. Like, at all. All right, 66 banners here. Killed some rebels with Luke before they even had a chance to think. We're on track for about an 1830 if I can clear this stuff efficiently. That would be a good score to put up to get started with this week, because we need 2-1. We need to win 2 of these matchups. I don't care if we go 3-0. I just want to go 2-1. All right, let's get in here. Okay. RNG Festival. Man, I hate that this matchup is so dependent on what happens with the first, 10 seconds of the battle. Would you watch football if it had orcs? I watch League of Legends. I guess if you consider esports real sports, then I do still. I haven't played League of Legends in a long time. Um, I played. I got to the point where I was placing pretty high in gold back in the day, but I couldn't even make it to platinum, let alone, any of the higher levels, diamond or whatever they had at the time. So it was like I knew I was a mediocre player. I played, I had fun. I was a gold player. But I liked the game. Like the complexity of that game compared to the simplicity of it. It's heuristics, right? We've talked about heuristics before. Like in that game, every action has consequences, and early game decisions can make late game differences. One good fight in the middle of the game can turn things around. So I enjoy League of Legends. But if football had orcs and it was like Blood Bowl and people actually were getting splattered all over, I don't think I'd watch it because I'm really not into violence like that. I might watch it for entertainment. I don't know. No, I don't think I'd watch football even if it had orcs. No. I think that's the case. I'd let my wife have the remote and she would watch Notre Dame. She's not a Cowboys fan, though. We moved to Texas, and she's never, converted to Cowboys. So since she lived in Indiana for such a long time, and her parents are originally from Indiana, she's kind of a Colts fan. And even when we lived out east in Massachusetts, she was still more of a Colts fan than she ever was a fan for the Patriots. She was never a big fan of Tom Brady, so she watches a lot of Colts games still and Notre Dame. All right, there we go. Work through that one for 70 banners. Bro, what says, I know what you mean, but I'm on the opposite side. I love letting a random event arbitrarily influence your mood. Nice. We need a DL and Nooch Wild Rift stream. Catlin says, do you know how to play chess? Yes. I played chess competitively when I was in high school. And I lived in the middle of nowhere in South Dakota. And I was okay. But it's like the big fish in a small pond kind of thing. I was a small fish, but it was a really small pond. I am great at end games and puzzles. So if you put up a chess puzzle and say, can you figure out checkmate in 2 moves? I'm pretty good at that stuff. I'm pretty good at finishing other people's games, but I was pretty awful in the mid game. So I basically do a practiced opening. I'd struggle in the mid game, and if the opponent made some mistakes, then I could get to the end game and get it to where there were less pieces on the board and I could win. But I just the mid game where you've still got most of the pieces, if not all of the pieces on the board, and you're kind of setting up for positioning. I was never great at that. So yeah, I don't know. If I played chess today, I'm guessing my rating would be 12, 1500, something like that, maybe. So I'd be, I think, average. I don't know. I don't know what average chess rating is. I feel like a 1200 is an average rating if I remember right. So I feel like I would be average, neither good nor bad. I've got a good memory for that stuff, though, so if I played a lot of games, I think I'd remember a lot of stuff and get better at it. Okay. I'm going to put a 4th ship in here. I don't know if I'm going to need it, but I'm going to take Plo to try to get rid of some debuffs, heal back a little bit, get some turn meter. I'll bring this in to have a stealth ship if it goes late. I don't know. I feel like if the interceptor comes in right away, if things come in a certain order, this can be bad. So we'll try to not have that happen. So Catalan, do you play chess? Are you a good chess player? I watch Gotham Chess for entertainment, and I watch Hikaru a lot just because I think Hikaru is such a fantastic story as a person. Like, I'm fascinated by Hikaru Nakamura. You know, he was a really good chess player. He struggled with the psychological side of things, like it really got to him, to the point where he opted out. He quit playing professional chess. And then he started streaming because he needed some way to make money. And then he started entering tournaments with a different attitude. Like, I don't identify as a grandmaster professional chess player. I identify as a YouTuber. So if I lose this game, it doesn't matter. If I win the game, it boosts my YouTube, my status, right? So he started approaching the games differently, and just that different mindset, it let him relax. And he's like number 2 in the world right now in some people's eyes, especially at the rapid and blitz chess. So, yeah, I think he's just such a cool story, and he's such an interesting guy. So I watch some chess, but I don't play. All right. This should be relatively straightforward. We should get the win here, get something like 69 banners, get a full clear. I'm guessing 1828. That's my guess, guys. Based on how I've been doing so far, the battles I've won, whatever, I'm thinking this is an 18. No? It might be better than that, because we had a couple... Well, we had a couple like low underdogs, but we also had a couple that went pretty bad banners. I'm sticking with it. 1828, that's my guess. That's my number, and I'm sticking to it. Catalan says, my ELO is 2200. I like chess. 2200 is really good. That's pretty strong. That is no joke, playing chess. So do you know, Catalan, do you know what like the average rating would be if you had to say what's the average of people who play chess? Is it like 1,1500, something like that? Or has there's such a thing as ELO creep, right? Because as people get better, there's more good people to play against, which allows the high ELO players to get a little higher ELO. So like 20 years ago, you couldn't even get 2,500, and now, you know, the best grandmasters are like 27 or higher. And then in some of the like blitz games, because of the way that works, I think there's some players that are even rated like 3,300 in rapid and blitz. So it's escalated quite a lot. 2,200 is average? No. 2,200 is average. I'm going to look that up. I don't think that's right. ELO of an average chess player. We'll do Lichess first. The median player rating in Lichess is close to 1,500, and there's been no significant deviation of this value over time. Let's look at Stockfish. Never mind. Stockfish is the engine. What are we looking for? 1200, 1500. What's considered average? Elo system. The average is 1440 in this survey. Okay. The lowering of the rating floor. Interesting. I'm getting into statistics now. I gotta get back to looking for the average elo of chess. Average. The average of 46,574 players. The mean rating is 1316, and the median is 1390. Yeah, 2200 is good. 2200 ain't no average. Yeah. Yeah, 2200. If you're 2200 rated, that's good. That's a good player. All right. Look at this, guys. 1828. Come on now. You gotta love it when you hit the number exactly on the nose. I'm a low-rated chess player. I'm a mediocre-rated Swgoh player. But I'm a top-rated statistician. Oh, greatly entertained. All right. Let's go take a look at Obticeo. See what we got going on over here. All right, we're Chrome 1, we're 2708, so I want to get at least a 2-in-1 if I can on this account as well. I want to end up like Aurodium 3. I want to blast my way halfway through Aurodium out of this. Our opponent is a blue Ditto, 7.7 million galactic power, 3 million in ships, 4 million, 4.7 in characters. Galactic War Battles won 26,000. This person's been playing almost as long as the person I just played on Loquitur. 6 years. Over 6 years. Yikes. Okay, inventory-wise, ships. We see the Executor here. Aurodium 3 is 2720 plus. DL Time Traveler confirm. Have you ever heard of an actuary, DL? You mean like a financial actuary? Yes, I've heard of it. Malevolence, Negotiator, Executor at 4 stars, and just a bunch of stuff. So, on this account, we have Profundity on defense. So if he has Executor on defense, we're probably done. We'll try it with Malevolence, but I don't think we'll get through it. We've got SLKR, we've got Jedi Master Luke. So SLKR is what beats Jabba. I have a no-alt Jabba on defense, and he has the tools to deal with it. Sadness. Alright, though, we certainly aren't giving up. What else do we have? It looked like just the Jedi Knight Luke and SLKR journeys. We got Rey, General Skywalker, Revans, Malak. I don't see Revans. Where's Revans? Where's Malak? Where's all the Sith? Zoiks. Okay, there it is. Revan and Malak, Bastila, but not a full relic team. Okay, this is interesting. So this person is a collector. They've built some stuff. I expect when we look at their mods, we're going to find a serious lack of speed, because most counts like this aren't really, yeah, they don't really care. They just do what they do and build mods. 267 fastest non-GL character, so we've got a massive modding advantage. Our modding advantage is massive. 257 Bosk with a speed set. Oh, this breaks my heart. A speed mod with no speed substats. 12 speed. I mean, some of these aren't bad, but this one, my goodness. My goodness, that's a lot of materials. Okay, so let's see if we can work our way through whatever he put on defense. Hope that our Jabba holds. You know, Jabba isn't that great against SLKR, especially not with the alt missing. But with mods like he's got, my Jabba might hold. We might be getting holds with that Jabba. Alright, so we've got a Jedi Knight Luke team here. And we've also got a full Relic Geo team. We could do troopers against those Geos. We could do the Mara Jade team, but include Darth Vader. We've got Grievous here. We can Wampa that. We've got Gas here. We can CLS that. We've got Jedi here that we can kill with Jedi. Okay, 2 Galactic Legends, none on defense. I feel like that's a mistake for him. So the question is, oh my goodness, he put Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron into this team, not in the lead slot. That is a complete waste of an Omicron. Oh dear. Oh dear. And I feel like his Luke is going to be slow. His Hermit Yoda's slow. Or 247. Oof. Because everybody here is so slow, can we do something like troopers here? We could do troopers here. Kill there. Kill there. And then just work through Luke. I'll lose some troopers because my troopers on this account are pretty awful. So we got these 2 guys that are good, and then we just got garbage. Hat gabbage. I might even put just range trooper in here to get the extra basics. Look at his SLKR mods for fun. Yeah, we can do that. We'll do that like after the GAC though. See what that looks like. So this could work. I don't think there's anything that's going to trigger a free turn. And even if we get slowed down by Luke, we don't care. Right? Like we don't care if we get slowed down by Luke because troopers gain all their turn meter through their buff gains. I'm just going to do basic here. So yeah, we don't even care if he actually does get a turn. It doesn't even matter. Qui-Gon is an easy kill, so I'm going to go ahead and drop the nuke onto Luke here. If he attacks back, nope, he ain't going to get an attack back. I was going to say if he attacks back, he still has to attack Dark Trooper, so he can't get a free kill on my Veers. Let's drain turn meter. Not because we need to, but just because we can. Look at that. 75 banner, clean win with garbage troopers. Okay, let's try the same thing, same kind of thing here. We're going to go for Empire. I'm willing to invest Vader. Normally I don't put Vader with this team, of course, but in this particular circumstance, we'll put Vader in for damage, Mara Jade in for control, Thrawn in for the speed. if Vader goes, I think Vader will go first. He'll go before Thrawn. I'll just put a basic attack into the Brute and then kick the Brute with Thrawn. Mara Jade doesn't have to worry about the counterattacks, and we're off to the races from there. All right. I've been slacking off this GAC season. I might end up back in Chromium just as I unlock Jabba. Yeah, so there's that Vader turn that we expected. That's fine. We'll just put an ability block over there. Put a good solid kick onto this Brute. And off we go. No stun. The Brute Alpha didn't get stunned, didn't lose turn meter. It's inconvenient. Alright, let's see if we can remove some turn meter. Poggle the Mighty. Alright, let's get an extra turn here. To Moistless Massacre. Let's try to yeet that spy out of here. See if we can reduce the amount of geos. Do that. Do this. We'll just go around the horn with basics now. And that way when we get back around to my turn, I can do a Force Crush. And then yeet the Brute out. Merciless Massacre again because it's so good. Same thing, we'll do all basics here. And then we'll do a Force Crush. Then we'll kill the Alpha. We'll make sure Mara Jade has all of her banners. And then we'll stagger Poggle. Get a kill. Nope. Dat Poggle. Chunky boy in this team. Soldier down. Sunfac. Last Geo standing. Gonna get swatted like a bug. 65 banners. Alright. It's kind of like a Vader solo, only different. And that leaves us good teams. We got Wampa for this Iden team. And we've got... we got something for Night Sisters. We've still got teams left. Good teams. So, if we Wampa the Iden... then we can 501st Grievous. Use our Jedi. No, we used our Jedi already, didn't we? Let's see. We got Bounty Hunters. Maybe we can use the Bounty Hunters against the Night Sisters. We could use Radis against the Night Sisters, can't we? Actually, Night Sisters have a chance against Radis with the plagues. I don't have enough healing guaranteed. Eh. Maybe we do Radis here. Do Bounty Hunters on Night Sisters, something like that. Yeah, let's do Radis here. Van Ward says I pretty much need 3-0 to avoid going back to Chromium. That's not a great feeling. Just Another Consumer says my first of this set is a win at least. No chance they can take my ships. Lord Vader and JMK on defense, eaten by SLKR and JML. Nice. Good job. Goodo Jabo. Let's use a Datacron. Again, not because we have to, but because they're there and we can. Let's take the light side 15% here. Try to make sure that we maximize our opportunity to win. This makes Radis a super chonker. He's like already got something like 200,000 hit points in protection, and he just got 75% more. We're going to target Grandmaster Yoda because he's so easy to kill. Pop that Savior as soon as we can. There's Savior's popped. Yee! And then we'll kill him. And he's gear 12, so I don't even care if Bindo resurrects him. Doesn't even matter. Let's do this. Get rid of all these foresights. Let's do this. Get some area effect down. Let's kill Juhani. No! Juhani says, I'm tougher than you think. Look at her go. Now she's all buffed up. She's all in her Sunday best. Come on now, 64%. Look at her go. What is up with this Juhani? She's like single-handedly stopping a whole Radis team at gear 12. That's crazy, though. Alright, we got rid... Oh, man. I was going to say, we finally got rid of her taunt, and immediately Grandmaster Yoda's like, Foresight, everybody! Because apparently Grandmaster Yoda's suddenly from Tennessee. Hey, everybody! Alright, let's do this. Pew! And that should get us an easy kill on Bindo. Revan. There will be no savior today. Man, once hope is lost, it goes fast. GAC today, me and my opponent both finished in less than 20 minutes. Does that mean that you played well and went fast? Or does that mean that you ended up in like a one zone clear and we're just done? Because I've played those like 20-minute matchups before where you go in and you're like, okay, let's see if I can clear a zone. We want crit damage here if we can get it. This is 20% crit damage, which is good. 17% damage, worse stats. This is good. Let's take this Datacron and we'll shoot 5s, put down gas, kill everybody. Wannabe Gamer says good evening. Well, good evening. I think if you're playing a game, you don't want to be a gamer anymore. What's a wannabe gamer? If you're gaming, you're a gamer. The wannabe part. I want to be a gamer, but I'm not. I don't even know how that would work. Right? Because if you want to be a gamer, you just play games and you're a gamer. Okay. Gas. Don't stand up, bro. Don't. Oh, come on. Come on, you banner stealing gas. This is not what I wanted. 7 hit points on this trooper over here. So we got to fight gas and then kill the trooper, and then gas is going to stand up all angry and ugh. He's going to be mad when he stands up. He might kill somebody. Poof. All right. Let's go, gas. Let's get you out of here. Put you to bed. 60 banners. Blah. I play games, but I'm not a gamer at them. Interesting. Interesting way to perceive things. Okay, let me just say this. If you're listening to Darth Loquitur, you're watching me stream, how are you not a gamer? Like nobody's going to say, oh, you're not a real gamer when you're chilling, watching somebody stream games. Only gamers do that. Come on. No normal people sit around and watch somebody play Swgoh. If they did, I'd have like 13,000 followers and, you know, normal people hanging out in the chat. But all we get is cool gamer people. Yeah, we don't want any gray faces in here anyway. There's a book. If any of y'all want to read a funny book, or if you're entertained by this kind of thing, there's a little book called the Principia Discordia My understanding of it was that it was originally written kind of as a joke by some college students or some kind of project or something. But the principles of discord, and it's just like a bunch of random stuff. But if you're entertained and you're not mad about somebody that's clearly picking on the idea of organized religion, then it's an interesting book to read. There's some, I mean, if you're open for it, there's some serious life lessons in that stupid book. Like, there's this thing called the Law of Fives, and it says that the Law of Fives states unequivocally that everything in the entire universe is a multiple of 5, is divisible by 5, or is appropriate to the number 5, or is inappropriate to the number 5. And then they go through some examples of how the number 5 is sacred. And then at the very bottom of the page, there's this little line written in that says, I find this to be more and more true the harder I look. Okay? Now, for anybody who knows statistics, there is a certain kind of bias that you get when you're looking at things statistically, where if you want things to work out, they can. And if you want them to be not true, you can also find some kind of statistics that make that not the case. So you have to be very careful not to fall into this bias. And basically the whole point of that little segment is to say, if you believe something to be true, it'll be more and more true the harder you look. And I don't know, it's for anybody who has a scientific mind, it's a very important lesson that you should learn and take away. But yeah, there's all kinds of random dumb stuff in there. There's a guy named Mr. Momomoto who apparently ate his own nose. And throughout the whole book, there's references to Mr. Momomoto, and then it says he did not in fact eat his own nose. And it's hilarious because, like, way at the end of the book, you're still getting comments on Mr. There's another thing in there that's funny that talks about Eris being the god of discord. And there's like a father and a son talking. And they're talking about Eris, and it's got like this whole conversation. And at the end, the kid asks, why do hot dogs come in packages of 8 and hot dog buns come in packages of 10? And the father thinks for a second, and he goes, Hail Eris! It's the perfect example of discord, right? It's the chaos of you can't even get the hot dogs and the buns matched up in the right quantities. I don't know. Confirmation bias and frequency bias. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Confirmation bias is basically where you want something to be true, but it can be anything. It's not necessarily just confirmation bias. Let's say, for instance, that you look for a statistic on what percent of people that win the lottery are low income people, right? If you look at the statistics, you might find that a surprisingly massive amount of winners in the lottery come from low income, right? But what does that mean? Does it mean that low income people are desperate for money and they're the ones buying lottery tickets? Does it mean that if the population of the United States is divided up and low income represents 44% of the population, and you just find that there's a higher percentage of that's winners in the lottery, you would say, okay, well, there's some correlation here, and you can make all kinds of conclusions, when the truth is you don't have the statistics on who's actually buying the tickets versus who's winning, right? That's the only comparison that you can make, is how many people from a certain category buy tickets versus how many win and what percentage that is. You can't make judgments on how many people win based on just the statistics of who's in the available pool. So I don't know how to explain it, but statisticians make those kind of mistakes all the time when they're trying to prove something, and they miss that they're not working with the right data set. Lottery is a stupid tax. I play the lottery, Van Ward. What are you talking about? It's a stupidity tax? I play the lottery. But I play the lottery for psychological reasons. Okay, here's my psychology. If I play the lottery, I could win. I probably won't. Statistically, the likelihood that I win is almost zero, so I probably won't win. But if I don't play and I don't try and other people are winning, then I never took my 1 in 16 billion chance of winning either, or 16 quadrillion or whatever it is. I mean, it's absolutely insane statistics. So I buy lottery tickets just with this idea in mind. I'm playing the game. You know, if fate or God or Buddha or someone, something, karma, wanted me to win the lottery, at least I got a ticket in my pocket. I'm never going to win, but I also don't have to think about it, because I buy 2 lottery tickets on Tuesday. I take Allura to karate. There's a gas station right next to where she does karate, and I just go over there and I buy 2 lottery tickets, 2 Powerball tickets. Never planned to win. But yeah, I mean, calling it a stupid tax I don't think is quite accurate. I think some people play the lottery just for fun, and they understand that they're never going to win. Well, there's at least one person that does, right? Because I do. I play, and I understand that I'm never going to win. And I don't care. I don't mind. I don't mind if I never win. You guys play the lottery? How many of you all buy tickets? I mean, if you buy $4 worth of tickets, it's $4. Nobody out there can tell me I'm so poor I don't have $4. I suppose if you take it over the course of the whole year, it's $200 a year. Still, I mean, you spend more than that on DoorDash. Come on. Lottery is 50-50. Either you win or you lose. There's people that have done statistics on lotteries before where there was a lottery over in England. If I believe it was in England, and the jackpot got so high that if you bought every number combination for the entire lottery, you would still come out ahead. And somebody organized it. Somebody bought. They hired thousands of people as managers, and every one of those managers had to buy like tens of thousands of tickets, but they bought every number available. They won the lottery, and they paid everybody off and still had money left over. Pretty interesting. All right, we've got a finalizer and a negotiator, which is good, right? We don't see his executor over here. So I don't usually like the mirror match, but I don't mind this mirror match because I could probably kill his Ahsoka or his 5s really quickly. There's no tank in that lineup. And if I go with my own negotiator into this finalizer fleet, and he puts the missile on Anakin right away, I could potentially lose that matchup. I've lost it before because if they get just the right sequence, it goes very badly. So even though I don't normally like the mirror match, I'm going to do the mirror match because I don't want to fight Galactic Republic into a finalizer fleet. Don't want to take the risk with my crappy Relic 0 negotiator. We're not going to need this much stuff, right? Psh, get rid of Ahsoka. Save that. Get a banner back. Let's go. The short moment when you look at your numbers to see if you won or not is quite fun. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But the news is such a big deal now, right? So like if there's a winner, it'll be on the news and they'll tell you, you know, somebody won in Texas, right? And if it was in the town where I live, I would be all like, oh my God, it might be me. And I'd get all excited. But for the most part, oh man, we've got to do this. We took just a shellacking off that opening. That was brutal. Brutal. So yeah, we're in recovery mode now. We gotta hold out. Just try to get something done here. Let's plow. Let's get the taunt back on this guy. Instantly gone to Ahsoka. My goodness. We're going to lose this, guys. We're going to lose the mirror here. This is not good. My Anakin's almost dead again. Let's target his Anakin and just get him out of here. We gotta get this Anakin going. Oh my God. Plo is in. Banner recovery. Oh no, this is so bad. We are in such bad shape here. All right. We got Anakin dead. Let's try to get Ahsoka out of here. All right. We're recovering. Oof. We hit the inflection point, y'all. Man. I really thought I was going to lose that there for a second. Let's put protection back on the tank. We don't want to lose a ship and lose those banners. Okay. Whew. Catalan says 1 ticket every week. Wannabe Gamer says at least it's not like Leviathan where you can fight all the way, use the ultimate, and still lose. Haven't tried any fights since the fixes, though. Breaking a mirror would be really bad luck. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Yeah, indeed. There's a whole movie on an old couple finding a lottery that had a positive ROI. Interesting. I believe a similar thing happened in Buffalo. We went over it in stats class. Somebody messed up the EV calculation and gave favorable odds. Why would you put the Finalizer on defense? I never would. Finalizer is a fantastic offensive ship. I still think it's a really good offensive fleet. You can beat the Executors with it reliably, you know? So yeah, Finalizer is an offensive fleet, 100%. But I think people just say, well, I don't have other good fleets, and I've got relics, right? It's a relic fleet, so I'll put that on defense. But Finalizer is like a scalpel. You can carve your opponents apart with it, but it is definitely not made for defense. Was really hoping for Leia Set 2 today. Guess not, though. We didn't get the announcement on the second Leia requirements. Finalizer is like Bad Batch Troopers and JTR. It can beat a lot when used right. Nisa says I don't even have Finalizer. Oh, man. I'm building it on Loquitur slowly over time. I don't think anybody really has Finalizer until they're building SLKR, right? So you kind of... You build the Finalizer whenever you're building SLKR. I think that's really how it goes. Okay, let's see if we can get this shuttle out of here. No. Shuttle tanks those hits like a champ. Okay, area effect. Let's put a stun over here. Let's see if we can kill him. Do not tickle the silencer. Once you commit to killing the silencer, you just got to finish the job. That's my rule. No tickling the TIE silencer. Alright, let's mass assist over here. Nuked. See ya. Man, he killed my vulture droid. That's going to cost me some banners. Alright, so we got a full clear. He's got the potential for a full clear, but I don't think he's got the mods to beat my Jabba. Maybe, maybe not. My Jabba got no alt, but I got good mods on these guys, and look at this. We got Relic 7s across the board, 8 on Boshi and 8 on Jabba. At the end of this week, for next week's update, I plan to have Chrysanthemum and Boba up to Relic 8, and then we'll follow that up sometime soon with getting Embo to Relic 8, and probably do Skiff to Relic 8, and then we'll have a Territory War team, we'll have a Grand Arena team, and we'll have an Embo that we can use in Grand Arena in a different team. So I'm going ham on the Hutt Cartel, guys. And once these boys are all Relic 8, that team's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I talked about maybe even going R9 on Chrysanthemum, but I heard from a few people that the difference between R8 and R9 on Chrysanthemum really doesn't change that much. It's like one matchup gets harder, but it's not a big deal. So maybe I'll skip that. Let's take a look at his mods. Let's take a look at his First Order mods and see what his chances are of beating that Jabba team. Blue Ditto. We saw First Order, but I think that was on the Loquitur fight, right? I don't think we saw any First Order. So this is the team that he uses in Squad Arena, so this is the team that he's going to use. So SLKR is modded for speed, and he's 548 with right at 10,000 offense. That's pretty awful. He does have offense main stat, crit damage, speed. Not many other offense substats. Okay. Is my Jabba 548? I feel like my Jabba might actually be faster than his SLKR, which is ridiculous because SLKR is one of the fastest GLs. 238 on Hux. Ooh wee. With a speed set. So my whole team is going to go before his Hux. How tanky is his crew? 161, and the armor stat 76. Oh, he used defense sets. Man, he actually built crew in the right way. Yeah, the offense stat here ain't great, but the rest of it's pretty good. He'll actually be tanky on crew. Interesting. All right, let's check out red here. 11,000 offense. Yeah, 7,700. Zoinks. 175 speed. Crit damage set. Okay. Instead of an offense set? Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I have to report this guy for Sith Trooper abuse. Protection and health stats on this guy. I mean, this guy needs offense, 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 offense. If you're going to put a crit damage set on him, offense here. If you're going to put an offense set on him, crit damage here. He just needs to be monstrosity of offense. Those are certainly some mods, says Guernsey. Just another consumer says I'm waffling on how much I'll invest in the Yabba Dabba Doo team. Yeah, I don't know. I want the crate raid, and I eventually want 2 teams at 2.7 million. So you can build a Bush Leia team that gets 2.7 and still have enough Hutt Cartel to go with Jabba and get 2.7 over there. So that's going to be like the cornerstone of my participation. I want to get up to like, even if I can't do all 2.7 with one of the teams, if I can get like a 5 million participation, I'd feel pretty good about that. So that's what I'm going for. I'm going to go to Relic 8 on a lot of characters. Or maybe I'll have a team that does 2.7 and one that does 1.8, depending on how things work out. But, and maybe they'll announce something about the other raid that shortcuts that plan and makes me not want to do any of that. But we'll definitely get a Relic 8 Jabba team because it's going to help in Territory Wars and it's going to help in Grand Arena. So I want it to be as good as it can be for those areas. Depends on where the crate goes. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I have 5-star finalizer, but only 1 first order tunic gear 12. Built it on the side because I didn't end up farm SLKR. It sits there on defense. Androzani Major, that's kind of how I did it on Loquitur. I just built it on the side. You only have to farm the first order shuttle because the rest of the ships are pretty easy to get. So if you're willing to commit to that, and especially if you've built the Executor, you've got all the other stuff for the finalizer journey, you might as well just, dip in there and grab that TIE shuttle so that you can get the finalizer. I've never bought any shards for the finalizer, and it's already like 5 stars, almost 6 on my Loquitur account. So every time the event comes up, I'll just grab my 10 free shards and I'll get it to 7 stars without sweating it. It's pretty good. Regardless of crate, there's still Smuggler's Run 2 in the ROTE battles. That's true, but I think that certainly doesn't mean you have to take them to Relic 8. Relic 6, you can still play a lot of the TB battles and do everything you need to for Smuggler's Run 2. So the question is, do you take all of the characters to Relic 7 or 8? Because it really is quite a commitment. It's a lot of materials. And you don't need to do it for most of that stuff. I guess you do end up with a Relic 7 requirement already on the 3rd tier, right? So it's a Relic 7 requirement on Jabba on tier 3. So for a lot of guilds that are doing somewhere between 20 and 25 stars, you would need to take them to Relic 7 to do those missions on day 5 or 6, depending on how your guild works it. So yeah, I guess Relic 7 is for territory battles would be a thing. But there's not a lot of guilds that get all the way to the stuff that requires Relic 8s routinely, in the mid-game at least. I don't think we're at the point where you need any team at all Relic 8 for anything beyond the raid. Guernsey says, I managed 2.7 most raids with a 4-man team of Jabba, Croissant, and Bouche, and a pre-existing Boba. Yeah, that's the team I'm going to build. We've got Bouche and Jabba already there. We're going to Relic 8, Croissant, and Boba. And we'll do that as like the first phase of it. But then trying to get 2 teams that'll do 2.7, that's going to be longer. Because you got to get Embo, Lando, Greedo, Cad Bane. So I think you end up with Greedo, Bouche, Cad Bane, Lando, and maybe like the Mob Enforcer or somebody with the 5-man team. And then Jabba goes with, Chrysanthemum, Boba, and Embo. Something like that. I got to take a look at the split again, but yeah. So building that second team is going to be a longer term commitment. We'll get the 2.7 first, and we'll work our way up to getting that second team up and running. Getting the B team up to Relic 8 is not something I'm even considering. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it all comes down to what happens with the raid. If the new raid comes along, and when they put in the new raid, they derate the crate raid, because I think in one of their posts they said, you know, the best raid currency will only be available in the the featured raid. So if the new featured raid becomes that speeder thing with the rebels or whatever they're going to do, and they unfeature the crate raid and token 3 goes away, then there is no reason to ever do the crate raid again, right? Like nobody will ever do the crate raid if there's no Mark III tokens. So you're only going to do the raid with Mark III tokens. Otherwise, you're just going to sim the Sith raid, right? Because the rewards would be the same as the Sith raid out of the crate raid at that point. So you would just sim the Sith raid, make it easy, or you would do the new one with the token 3. That's what I'm worried about. I think they'll leave the crate raid in there. I really don't think the crate raid will ever go away. But if they take the Mark III tokens out, nobody will play it. Crate is just so much harder than Heroic Sith, and it's the same rewards without the Mark III. Yeah, exactly. It seems wild to me that they would invest all the developer time into Crate and then ditch it so quickly. No, they've proven that they love to introduce new currencies in the game, so I wouldn't be surprised if they make the new raid, they leave the Crate with token 3, but then they introduce token 4 and put it in the new raid. And then every time they make a raid, they make a new token. Token 5, token 6, token 7. So imagine that at the same time they come out with the raid, they come out with Relic 10. You can only buy Relic 10 materials with token 4. Then everybody has to play the new raid to get Relic 10, token 4, or whatever. So that's a way that they could monetize the heck out of it. And kind of keep with that strategy. Then people who wanted to continue to play Crate could get high amounts of token 3, but you'd be locked out of Relic 10. So nobody's going to make that choice. If they do that, then they'll really need to make sorting the guild store easier. Don't put that evil on us. Imagine the size of the guild store. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous what they've done with the guild store. But again, like most things, I think they look at that and go, we got to do something better. It's just going to take them some time. So I feel like that store is going to get some help. We'll get a quality of life improvement around that store. It just won't be right away. All right, y'all, I'm going to hang it up there for the evening. Please remember, on your way out, use your like saber if you haven't done that already. It really does help me, so give it a flick and a swish and get that like button out of here on your way out the door. Subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this in the future. Notification bell will tell you when I'm online doing my live streams like tonight. And the Discord link is always in the description of the Holocron down below. You can click on that Discord. Come on over, hang out with our community. We've got a really great community of players. We got a bunch of new people over there that are fun. We got a bunch of experienced people that are willing to help new people out. So even if you're not very talkative, you can just hang out, see what's being said, learn a lot about the game. Hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next Holocron.